Okay, we're going to do a butterfly layout, theme layout. This is going to be kind of springy, kind of summery, and it is using this Urban Culture paper pack from Basic Gray with a coordinating cardstock. And what I've done is I have here in front of me a 12 by 12 piece of the brown. And then this is one of the pieces from the Urban Culture papers. I have trimmed it down to 11.5 by 11.5, and I have my adhesive around it. So I'm going to remove my adhesive and place this centered on the brown cardstock. So I'm going to center that right about there and pressing it down. Now I have a piece of the Periwinkle blue purple paper that comes in the coordinating cardstock for Urban Culture. This is cut at 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. This is going to be a photo mat. And what I'm doing on this layout is I'm doing a double mat, so I can really pull in the colors of this cardstock and paper collection. Now I have here a piece of that brown cut to 5.5 by 7.5. And I'm going to just mat the purple in the center of the brown. And this will be great for a 5 by 7 picture. Now I have my adhesive on the back of that, and I'm going to peel that. And I'm going to do mine as a landscape picture. And I'm going to kind of place it on an angle towards the bottom right hand corner of this page. Now, as you saw in a previous video, I showed you how to cut these 3 layer butterflies using the Indie Art Cricut cartridge. And these are both made with the coordinating cardstock for Urban Culture. And on the back I have my flat adhesive, and I also have 3-dimensional adhesive for the tips of the wings to make my butterflies really pop. These 3D adhesives are put out by Memory Makers, and these work very well. I'm peeling all those little tabs off. There we go. And because this is a larger butterfly, this is cut at 4 inches, I'm going to place it up here at an angle, overlapping the pattern paper onto the cardstock. And I'm pressing the body of the butterfly flat to the paper, and the wings have the 3-dimensional, so they will pop up off of the paper. Here's my second one. This one is cut at 3 inches on the Cricut machine, again using the Indie Art cartridge and the Urban Culture paper pack by Basic Gray. And I'm placing that one on a different angle at the top, just inside. I'm pressing the body flat against the paper, and the wings pop off of the paper. Then I have this little tag envelope. This is made using Tags, Bags, and More on the Cricut. I have my adhesive on the back. And I have a dimensional sticker of a clock on the inside. and I'm placing that again at an angle right next to my photo mat. So there's page 1. I'm going to slide that out of our way. This is page 2. Again, we have the 11.5 by 11.5 pattern paper mounted onto the brown 12 by 12. I have 2 photo mats that we're going to place and some butterflies. Now here I have a coordinating tag that came with the coordinating paper. I've attached ribbon to the back by threading it through, and I pull colors that match the paper. Okay, so I'm going to pull my adhesive off the back of this tag so I can position the tag where I want it and not have to worry about it shifting. And I want it about an inch in from the left side and an inch down from the top. And what I'm doing is I am taking my ribbon and I'm pulling them tight, and I am going to tape them to the back side of the paper using just a piece of masking tape. You can use Scotch tape if you have it on hand, or your favorite adhesive. So I'm going to just place that like this and wrap. So that is out of the way. Oops, a little tight. And you can make it however you'd like. Again, so there's one edge. Here's my second edge. And I am wrapping it around. Then I have my 2 photo mounts. This one is cut at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So the brown mat that will be behind it is at 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. And that is the same for the other one. So I'm going to center those periwinkle pieces inside the brown. I have my adhesive on the back, so I'm going to peel that. I'm placing one overlapping the ribbon towards the top in portrait, and I have one that I'm going to place on the horizontal underneath the ribbon tag. Down here. Okay, and then I have this strawberry, which is also cut using Indie Art in the 3-dimensional style. This is also cut at 4 inches. And I'm placing that in this lower right hand corner. And I have another butterfly. That I am adhering down here below the tag, pressing the body and keeping the wings 3-dimensional. Then I have these that I've run through my sticker maker, and I'm going to use this one, which is cut at 1 inch, and I'm placing it right on top of that tag. So that is our 2-page layout using Urban Culture, the Cricut with Indie Art, tags, bags, and more. And instructions can be found on my blogspot, blue without the E, butterflycreations.blogspot.com.